I daily drove a $60,000 MX-5 for 2 weeks, but is it really worth it? Welcome to episode 12 of It's Not Mine, featuring the Mazda ND MX-5 RF GT RS. This series is where I break down what it's actually like to live with the best new performance cars on the market, and tell you if they're worth continuing to dream about. I'm rating the cars on 3 criteria: usability, DNA test, and smiles per miles. I'm just gonna say it. If you haven't owned or driven an MX-5, you are not a real car person. Anyone who writes off the MX-5 as not being high among the greatest sports cars of all time clearly has never been behind the wheel, and having owned or driven every generation besides the NC, I know this for a fact. Believe me when I tell you that throwing this around will give you more smiles than cars with another 0 on the price tag. Usability is a 7 out of 10. Obviously you get no back seats, but with the electric hardtop, it makes driving in unpredictable Melbourne weather easier than my experience pulling over to rip on my softie in my former NA. You can also fit a whole bull sack in there if you love football, and while the boot is only 130 litres, it's enough for an overnight bag too. The RS gets BBS forged wheels, Bilstein struts and Brembo front brakes, which is more than enough for the street. Being 188cm tall though, I did have to duck a little inside, but it's nothing that a lower set of Recaros can't fix. DNA test is 9 out of 10. You get a 2-litre NA 4-banger that revs to 7 grand and sends 180 enjoyable horses to the rear wheels, and only weighs 1100 kilos. The asymmetric LSD feels wild going into corners, and styling wise it's a stunner. The manual box also has a lovely tight throw, but the steering rack lacks a little bit of feel. Smiles per miles is 9 out of 10 too. I'd love a little bit more power, and I want to fill one with some more mods, but as a stock car you can't go wrong here. What do you think of the ND MX-5? Follow for more, because next week we're discussing the Audi RS3.